Right now, we're in iLog. No adjustments made apart from adding the Rec 709 conversion LUT, right? So that's how it's going to be throughout this whole video, by the way. I know iLog is there to do the grading and all of that, but you don't have to do all of that. You can just add the Rec 709 conversion LUT like I've done now. Well, I haven't done it here, but like when I get back home and I add it to this video, that's all I would have done. No adjustments. And this is what we're looking like. Just take in this image right now, because now I'm going to switch in to auto mode. It's literally like two different cameras. It literally looks like two different cameras. Now look, there's no right or wrong to this, as in like auto mode is better than iLog, because if I tell you one is better than the other, you're going to tell me the other is better than the other. It's all a personal preference thing. When it comes to like look, like visuals, a lot of it is personal preference. Like even when some people do like color grading with like log footage, like they might think it looks great, other people are going to say, mate, that looks shit. It's all personal preference, right? What I'm saying is auto mode coming out of Luna, probably a little bit too punchy and saturated for my taste. But iLog, hold on, let me switch back into iLog. iLog, oh my. This right here to me is like dreamy, cinematic-y shit.
Might be over my troubles. Yeah, they've been there for so long now. Cause suddenly I think of tomorrow. Yeah, since you came around. I feel like the only one who found out the reason why. Just lonely, but since you came around, all I see is tomorrow. When you hear me calling, oh, it's you and me. Yeah, 'cause I cannot fake it. You heal my aching heart when you come around. I saw a million signs. I must be over it by now. There's a reason why. I think I might be over my troubles. They've been there for so long now. It's over. Suddenly I think of tomorrow. Yeah, since you came around. Yeah, I feel like the only one I see is tomorrow.
Alright, so I'm not saying for 1 minute that auto mode is shit. All I'm saying is my personal preference is iLog, like I said earlier. And I'd be interested to hear like what your preference is. Do you prefer the way iLog looks? Do you prefer the way auto mode looks? No, do you prefer the way do you? It's so hot, mate. It is so hot. I don't even know why I'm sitting here like this. Like, I am dripping. I don't even know why I'm not even wearing shorts, but I am too comfy now to get up. Like, you saw those birds, like they were like, I feel so sorry for all the wildlife. Like, mate, like even the pigeons, like they're just like hunting for water. Like, just yeah, everyone's trying to keep hydrated out here. What was we saying? Yeah, like some people in auto mode are going to say it looks too saturated, like I have said. Some people are going to say it doesn't look saturated, like it looks to their taste. Some people are going to say in iLog, converting it to X709 actually looks a little bit flat or a little bit on the greeny side. Yeah, maybe it does in your eyes, and there's no right or wrong. Like, that's just it. It's personal preference stuff. With auto mode, there's 2 ways to be in auto mode, right? So right now we're in auto mode, let's say auto mode number 1. So you've got basic and pro mode. We're in basic, and when you're in basic mode, you have the option to change 3 things, only 3 things: the EV, add a filter, or turn beautify on. Sorry, I had to get out of the sun. That sun is toasty. That sun is toasty. Don't worry, you're probably sick of hearing people complain about how hot it is out here, so I'm not gonna complain about how hot it is, but yeah, just know it's pretty intense out here, and I'm trying to like hurry this along so Luna doesn't like overheat and not let me continue recording. So that being said, let's stop waffling and continue on. So auto mode, as I said, there's 2 ways to be in auto mode: in basic, as I just spoke about, but also the second way is to go into pro mode and be in auto mode. When you're in pro mode, you can literally set all of the things like the white balance, the shutter speed, the ISO to auto, so you're in auto mode whilst you're in pro mode. But why would I want to do that, I hear you ask? Well, the advantage of being in auto mode whilst you're in pro mode is it opens up a whole list of options that you can adjust to do with the image. So you can adjust all of the 3 things you can do in basic mode in pro mode. So the EV, turn beautify on or off, or add a filter. On top of that, you can turn face priority on or off. You can adjust the focusing. You can turn breathing compensation on or off. And probably the biggest thing about being in pro mode that you're able to adjust in auto mode is you can adjust the saturation, the contrast, and the sharpness. All right, and here we are in pro mode in auto mode. So the white balance, the ISO, the shutter speed, all of that is set to auto, because if we set that manually, obviously it would be too white and bright and you need ND filters and all of that. And we're kind of just looking at things today in auto mode without you adjusting anything like that. So set all of that to auto like I have now. And for the color mode, we're in standard. So you've got 3 different color modes: standard, Dolby Vision, and iLog. Obviously, yeah, to get the most standard color, standard profile, standard color, standard profile, whatever it is, you want to be in standard. The main reason to probably be in pro mode in auto, like I said, is to be able to adjust that saturation and contrast. I think it's a beautiful touch that they've put that in camera to allow us to adjust that in camera, because if you are thinking things are looking too saturated even now, like we are looking probably a little bit saturated now, some would say the grass is a little bit too green, we can go in the settings and dial it down. So everything right now is in the middle. So the sharpness is medium, contrast is in the middle, number 3, and saturation is in the middle at number 3. Just so you can see how saturated and contrasty you can go, let's boost everything up to number 5. Wowzers, wowzers. If you've just tuned in right now, you're gonna be thinking you're watching Toy Story or something. Look at this, holy moly. If you're not wearing sunglasses now, you're gonna wanna put them on. I mean, like, I don't think you can get any greener or any bluer than this. Let me turn the camera around so you can see what we're saying, like in the other side of the world other than my face. So look, I mean, yeah, that on my screen, that is like, whoa, whoa green. I don't think you can get any green than that. Let's actually go over here, like to the blue sky so you can see how blue it is. Yeah, that's pretty blue. That is pretty blue. So yeah, I mean, maybe this is your thing. Maybe it is. Like I said earlier, there is no right or wrong. With all of this, it's personal preference thing. So if you are loving the Toy Story look, mate, don't let anyone tell you otherwise. You put it into number 5. But just for balance, let's bring things down to number 1. And back down to planet Earth. In what I can only describe, it looks pretty boring now, doesn't it? It kind of does look pretty boring. Maybe I do like the saturated look. Maybe I do like the saturated look. Maybe I do like the saturated look. Look. No, probably a bit too much, let's be honest. I would say maybe like 2 and 3 is like the sweet spot. But that's the great thing with this, right? You can play around with it and find your sweet spot. And this is something you cannot do when you're in basic, which is why I said there's 2 ways to be in auto mode, through basic and through pro mode. So if you don't want to have all this to play with, then just stay in basic. But if you want to have all this to play with, then go in pro mode. He's got the pocket 4, he's got the pocket 4, he's got the pocket 4, he's got the pocket 4. All right, just for reference, I am still in pro mode in auto mode, and I've put the saturation and contrast to number 2, which is probably my sweet spot. Maybe number 3, but probably number 2 to be a little bit safer. Because remember, with all of this, I always think it's like easier to add in post like than take away, if you know what I mean. So if I found this a little bit too flat, I could always turn up the saturation. I guess you could turn it down. I don't know. I always just think it's a bit more easier to add than take away. But anyway, the other reason you might want to be in pro mode, in auto mode, is because you can turn face priority on or off. DJI, if you're watching, let me repeat that. You can turn face priority on or off. All right, so this is how we're looking with face priority on, and this is how we're looking with face priority off. I mean, I don't think I need to say anything. Let's do that again. Face priority off, face priority on. Now, if you find the face priority a little bit too bright, as in it's just making your skin tone a little bit too bright, which is sometimes what I find when these face priority things are on, which is why, like I said, it's great to be able to have the option to turn it on or off. You can, if you find it a little bit too bright, keep face priority on and adjust your skin tone in camera. Remember earlier I told you about beautify. You can do that when you're in basic, but you can also do it whilst you're in pro. So we'll stay in pro and let's turn beautify on. So this is with beautify off, and this is with beautify on. I ain't gonna lie to you, on this little screen, like, yeah, I'm actually really loving, that's how we're looking in the sun. I'm really loving that skin tone. Like, if you watch my other videos, you know I'm very particular about skin tones. Probably the other reason why I do prefer iLog over auto mode is because I feel like the skin tones are a little bit more natural in iLog, even with face priority on, because by the way, you can actually turn face priority on or off when you're in iLog. But yeah, right now I've got this skin tone set to the darkest, and I've got smooth on like number 4, I want to say, yeah, number 4. So yeah, you have the option to adjust the skin tone and smoothness if that's your thing. Maybe I should just keep it on because now I look like a ghost. Now I look like a ghost. Anyway, so yeah, can you see what I mean? There's advantages of you being in pro mode over basic. Like I said, you can do beautify in basic, but yeah, it's really nice to be able to have the face priority and the saturation and contrast and sharpness and all of that in pro mode. And here we are back in my favorite mode of modes, iLog. Now, when you're in iLog, you can adjust all of the above, so everything we've just gone through, apart from beautify and the adjustments. So you can't turn beautify on or off, and you cannot adjust the saturation, the contrast, or the sharpness. One thing you can do whilst you're in iLog, which I find slightly weird. I just don't get it. Maybe you can explain it to me. To me? No, maybe you can explain it to me. Maybe you can explain it to me. There you go, not Timmy, to me. You can turn filters on. You can turn filters on in iLog. Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't know. Am I missing something? I just thought the whole idea of the iLog was the image was flat. But yeah, apparently you can add a filter. Like, you think I'm joking? One sec. Right, here. This is the Leica Natural filter in iLog. I'm still trying to get my head around it. I don't know. I just thought that yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm being stupid. Maybe I'm missing something. Why can we add a filter in iLog? Like, is this flat? This is not flat. Nah. Here we are. This is Leica Natural in iLog. Do you like her or do you not like her? I've turned the Leica filter off now, so we're back in the flat image that is iLog. And like I said, you can do all of the above apart from the couple of bits that I went through whilst you're in iLog. One of those things that you can do is turn face priority on or off. So this is how we're looking with face priority on. And this is how we're looking with face priority off. Now, in my screen, I can't see as much of a difference as when we were in auto mode, but obviously I have done these tests already before, and yeah, I can see a difference. I just think because the image is flat, I can't see as much of a difference. But yeah, handy to be able to turn face priority on or off, even when you're shooting in iLog. But just remember, if you find face priority too bright on your face in auto mode, and you turn on beautify to tone down the tone of your face, the color tone of your face, you can't do that in iLog because beautify is unavailable. Let's turn face priority back on. Okay, one last thing we need to test in both modes are the zoom. The one last thing. Sorry, it's so hot. I need my water. One last thing. Can you believe it? This whole video I still haven't drunk anything. What was I saying? Zooms. Right, let's just quickly do it. So what should we zoom in on? Okay, let's go over here. One thing I would say with the zooms is I really love how the zoom doesn't fall apart completely, even when you get to 12 times. That's one thing I actually forgot to say in my review video, but I'll say it now. It really doesn't fall apart as much as I thought it would do at 12 times. However, one thing I have found is the zoom looks a little bit more blurry the further you get when shooting in iLog versus auto. Let's test it out. So we might as well start with iLog. Here we are in iLog. Let's twist the camera around and let's zoom in. Let's zoom into that sign, the 20 miles an hour sign up here. Right, so obviously right now we're at 1 times. Let's press on the screen to get to 2 times, 3 times, 6 times, and 12 times. So this is the max, obviously. This is how we're looking in iLog at 12 times. Let's pull it back. Right, we're now in basic auto mode. This is 1 times. This is 2 times. This is 3 times. This is 6 times. And this is 12 times. Can you see a difference? Obviously on my screen I can't see any difference on this mini screen, but like I said, in the tests I did previously with them both, I just noticed iLog to be slightly more blurry the further you got. There you go, let's pull it back. And that, oh shit, let's go over here. And that is that, oh shit, I'm stuck, look. Where do I go? Where do I go? We might have to do like a little jumping number. Oh, there's a gap, there's a gap, there's a gap. Looks like I'm not the only one to do this. Anyway, we made it across safe and sound. I'm that much closer to my water bottle. So let's keep this very, very snappy. Auto mode versus iLog. I've told you what my favorite is, but I'm very interested to hear which one you prefer. Are you team auto mode or are you team iLog? Or have you looked at all of this and thought, nah mate, it just looks shit? Let me know your thoughts down below.
When I was feeling down,